And we're back. Not really experienced with recording, so let's see how that goes. Respawn range is basically based on your position of depth. It will find a new position in that radius. This is just a radius in meters. It will always place you on land, so even if this is really high, it will place you inside the map and on land. Good. Yeah, the rest just go through. And finally, sites. So sites is the bandit camp, hideout, crash site, boat, shipwrecks, trader camp, spawner. Here you can just either disable stuff or adjust it. So for example, hideouts, I want 8 hideouts to spawn, and the hideouts should have a, I don't know, 2000 meter distance between each other. I want 6 crash sites, and they should have a 1500 distance between each other. This is just the minimum distance they need between each site, so you do not have 2 crash sites spawn next to each other. Same logic goes for all these sites, not for boats, because there it doesn't really matter. There's a plane spawner. If you use that, you need to place markers on your map, best on airfields, because I don't know how to automatically detect planes. So yeah, by default it's turned off. If you want to activate that, turn on this slider, set it to the number of planes you want to spawn, enter the list of plane or extend the list of planes you want to spawn. This is one of the civil planes, I think from Cup, not sure. And place the markers. If you have 4 planes, at least place 4 markers, else there will be problems. Ideally, I would place double the amount of markers, because then there's still some randomization where at what marker the plane spawns. Hope that makes sense. Bandit camps are the bigger camps with good loot. Same. Change the distance between each camp. So if you have I actually just figured I need to change something. This should allow you to enter custom class names. So if you have a mod and you want to, I don't know, US Marines, you want to add US Marine units, you can put that in here, but then I think you need to turn off. Okay, that's a bit stupid. So the idea was that you can enter your custom class names in here, and AI spawns with the assigned gear, so the Marines with their Marine gear. But I actually realized that even these classes have gear. It would be overwritten with the equipper of the mod. So I need to do something here. Maybe a checkbox where you can check do not use any gear equipper, so they keep their default setup. In this case, it's a survivor, so he doesn't have any gear. Just FYI. Guard dogs, one of the survivors, one of the bandits will have a guard dog that can knock you out if you do not want that, because you like dogs and you do not want to fight dogs. Turn it off. And the faction can be either randomized, or this is actually the side, sorry. The side can either be east, so red, independent green, west blue, or random. I go for east. Depends what you play and who should be the baddies. Then the shipwreck spawner. Just, spawn shipwrecks on the coast with loot. Maximum distance to players should be big, because imagine you're here and the shipwreck spawner starts, and it still needs to reach these positions. So just put it really high. Might take a little longer to spawn, but the problem when you're here and the shipwreck spawner only reaches here, it will go into an endless loop. It will not be able to spawn stuff. I will turn it off now because it's not up. I turn it on again. I don't think it's optimized yet. Speaking about it, currently, and this is something I want to showcase, only hideouts and maybe boat spawns and the bandit camps are optimized. So I will show how the new type of site will behave with the bandit camps and the hideouts. Crash sites. I will leave crash sites in because maybe it works. Some things are bugged, so I'm careful. I think boat spawns works as well. Bandit camps, shipwrecks, I think that works as well. Let's test it. If there's an error message, I turn it off. It's just for showcase. Trader camp is currently bugged. I'm not sure. No, it's not bugged, but it doesn't have a good position finder, so I turn it off. Yeah, I'll show you something afterwards. For now, we turn it off. It actually works, but the positioning has a problem, so this is why I turned off now. And then the helicopter site settings, it spawns operatable helicopters that you can fly on the map. So maybe we want it very rare. Helicopters and flying stuff should be rare. Put in 2. If you want different helis, change it, edit, remove it in here. I will automate that at some point, I guess. Minimum distance between sides should be big. That's it. Now, let's see if it's playable. Boom. Really worried about that low FPS. I guess it's because of the recording. I actually had very good FPS so far. Sorry, FPS was at 16 now, so I'm not sure if it's because I was in a menu or... Okay, back at 60, good. Very happy. Alright, this is my Ravage toon. Oh god, I'm very sorry for that. This is my Ravage toon. Right, okay, you've seen it, good, because I need the backpack. So you start, and in the background at some point, oh, you see top right corner, stuff starts to spawn in. Now when you see new try BC, then so that the bandit camps are spawning now. If they do not find a position by default, they would try to go into... what is this? They would try to spawn at the debug zone, and if that happens, stuff will not look nice, and basically all the wrongfully placed sites will just spawn on top of each other. You don't want that, and sometimes when it attempts to spawn something in the debug site, it will reloop again, it will start the position finding process again and spawn it somewhere else. I hope that makes some sort of sense. I'm going to Zeus mode, pressing Z, because I want to see what stuff spawns in. So, the yellow sites, the yellow circles and the black circles are optimized. These are the hideouts and the bandit camps. I have changed the system from a system where things do not spawn right away. So the old system was basically, let's say the bandit camp would find a position that fits it well on the map, where there's enough space, and it would wait. It would mark that position. In debug mode you would see that colorful circle. For example, here the orange one is still with the old system, and the green ones. And it would wait until any player gets close to the site, and once you get close to the site, it would spawn the assets. So currently this is marked as a site spawner, but no assets has spawned. I wanted to do that to save FPS, but I then figured that if I just hide stuff, if I spawn stuff right away and hide it and disable all resource requiring assets of an object or an AI, the performance is still okay. Now the new system, as I explained, for example the Bandicamp here, it spawns stuff right away. It spawns the buildings and the AI, and then it will disable any simulation and it will hide the object. You can see that here. So I'm too close here, so I need to go further away. Okay, this is a bandit camp. But no, there's nothing here. Yes, it's hidden. So to save performance, I'm at 60 FPS and I have a lot of stuff spawned in. Right? This is a lot of stuff. Like if that stuff would be active, like with simulation and visuals, that would be bad. So stuff spawns and goes into hiding. What do I mean with hiding? Or teleport my guy. Okay, now the camp is here. I hope you understand what I mean. So I got close to the camp and it was able to spawn, and now AI does their thing. Again, AI has task patrol function, so they're sort of guarding, patrolling, and they sometimes act really weird. I don't know. I'm working on it, trying to fix it. Sometimes they act really good and they would attack me, and you know, but sometimes they just stand there and get killed, and the dogs do crazy stuff. But I mean, just to have those dogs, this is just a script actually from JB Dog and Alice Valmont. Just to have those dogs is amazing. So we take what we can. Sometimes they behave a little odd, but they're still scary. Let's visit the camp actually. Let's go a little closer. Let's cheat a little bit. Player allow damage false. Okay. Right, so how's FPS? FPS is at 60. So I'm actually really proud of that. I have a lot of stuff in the game right now spawned in, and I have good FPS. So yeah, I'm really happy that I sort of managed to do that, because I'm spawning, like a core element of this mod is all these assets, and if I cannot do that in an FPS saving way, then there's no point, then I can just throw away the mod. So I'm really happy that worked now. Idiots. Yeah, AI is my biggest problem at the moment. Oh. Come on, shoot me. I've added a fire event handler that whenever I'm close to the AI and I fire, that will get my position, my estimated position as a search and destroy waypoint. So I can shoot into the air and they will hear me and come to me. But obviously they're not able to. Yeah. Okay, now we do. So, I have no idea why they behave like that, but just imagine they're acting really cool and awesome and smart. Another problem that I'm having is, oh no, the dog comes, is that AI can walk through my object. As you might have just seen that one of the guys just ran through the wall. I believe there's nothing I can do against that, because that's just Arma engine. Because navigation meshes that are baked into the map at the start, and according to that, AI will walk around, and they do not recognize that this is a wall, because it's the navigation mesh, which is just basically a net of navigation paths, is not renewed, right? So they will just walk through objects. If you know how to change that, tell me. I don't think it's possible, to my knowledge. So we'll just have to deal with it. And with the stupid AI. So I'm not sure if it's the BIS. Jeez. And so the bloody dog is attacking his own guys. So AI is a problem right now. I'm going to work on it. I know it's not perfect yet, and sometimes really not good. Oh, he turned into a zombie now. That's Ravage. That's nice. But I'm working on that. Actually, it's one of my... First I want to fix the side spawner, and after that I need to fix the AI. But you know, it might just be lack of knowledge from my end, and with some research it will be easily fixed. I don't know. Worst case, I'll just go and use a third-party mods or script like EOS or autodynamic AI spawners. Let's see. Okay, so this is the bandit camp. It is spawned fixed, so I changed a little bit from a... when I started the whole project, I wanted that the camps spawn and despawn dynamically according to my current position. So camps would always be around me, or any site would be around me, so if I move around, stuff will despawn and spawn in my new position. But since I was able to spawn sites throughout the map with good FPS, I'm at 60 again, I figured, why not? I do not need that dynamic aspect anymore in the old-fashioned way. So what I did now is basically all the sites will be spawned in, and they will be hidden, of course, and there will be no despawn timer. Despawn timer will only start, and I think it makes sense, because why spawn and despawn something that I have not discovered yet? For example, for the bandit camps, the despawn timer will only spawn once I have found the hidden treasure in the camp. That used to be a crate in the tent or somewhere in here that you can just loot, and now I've actually added that you have to find the buried treasure. And so I think it's kind of fun. You still have to search the camp, and it's always at a different place. You dig up the buried site, you get the loot. It's not perfect yet, it's a placeholder, it should not spawn over there, and it should have VA loot in here. This is just a standard chest, but you get the picture. The good thing is, because this is add action triggered and not, there's not a loop that is waiting for an action, and I want to have as less loops, as less code constantly up as possible. So it spawns the camp, no further loop is running except the check if it should hide objects or not, if that makes sense. But only now a new sleep timer started. This timer will basically wait for the distance, for the sleep duration that we have adjusted in the general settings, the minimum sleep and maximum random additional sleep time, if you call it right. And once that time has passed, it will wait until no player is within view range of the site, and then the site will despawn, if that makes sense. So, because we have discovered the camp, we've killed the AI, we found the treasure, it is no longer really interesting to us. And it can despawn, and then it will just respawn on a new position automatically. The amount of sites you set in the very beginning is the total amount of camps that will always be up. So if one is despawned, it will respawn again. But in the end, it will always be the same amount that you have chosen to. What else? Okay. This is. I'm not going to showcase more sites because you can do it yourself, and I just wanted to show the systems. What we're trying to do now is find a zombie, because I want to showcase the... I wanted to show... Ooh, what's that? Ah, delete, okay. This is a... I thought I fixed that. I did fix it, okay. So, I didn't say that and show that, but basically the bandit camps and the hideouts, they have... IEDs buried, so you need to approach it carefully, else you blow up. I allowed damage again. And it sometimes has problems to delete the junk that lies around the mines to hide it. So I know how to fix it, but yeah, I thought I already had. I want to showcase the bleeding and the infection setting, and I think I have maybe disabled zombies, so I spawn in a zombie now. Walker, because the runners are really scary. Ready. Hello zombie, come to me. Hello, see me? bunny. The zombie has hit me a couple of times. I'm very likely, if I have set the bleeding chance and the infection chance to 100, I'm now infected. I'm actually not sure. Okay, I'm bleeding. Ah, that's the wrong one. I'm just checking if the variables are... I need to cheat, sorry. I'm checking if I'm really infected. I will add sort of a HUD UI, maybe a blinking biohazard symbol and some sort of blood drop so you can see that you're bleeding. I think in the beginning I did not want to add it because I thought it's not realistic to have that, but it's probably easier. I will probably add something that will tell you, okay, you're now infected. Cure. I'm looking for the infection. Infected. If you don't know what I'm doing now, it doesn't matter. It's just for debugging, sort of, so that I can. Okay, I'm infected and I'm bleeding. I have probably set the bleeding chance or the bleeding timer too high and the infected timer too high. So we'll see if we see the effects. Else I'll cheat a little bit more. If I'm infected, and at some point I will see the effects. Maybe not right away. I might not notice it right away. Maybe it takes a full duration of the effect. But once I notice it, or whenever I put my weapon away with Ravage, you can put it on your back. Else you just have to put it on the ground. Then you get, for any disease you have, you get the countermeasure. So if you have a bandage in your back and you're bleeding and you have no weapon in your hand, and if you're not running, if you see if I'm running, the add action disappears, because I don't want these actions to be up all the time. I think it's disturbing. So it's only in a situation where you can really use it, and in a realistic scenario when it pops up. So you're infected. I want you to basically, you need to cure yourself, but first you need to get to a safe position. So you cannot just run and insta-pop an injection to get cured. I want you to choose your position wisely. Zombies might approach me. Maybe there's other players or AI, so I go into hiding. And then I can cure myself. So let's say I've been infected a while ago, and I have a really high frequency of infection effects. So I only, for example, if I only have pills now, I'll probably consume that and try to lower and suppress the effects of the infection. Now, what I have added, and I want to showcase that quickly, is whenever I press that, sorry. Okay, let's start again. I have added something after discussing it with the dude or Janurutsky after some testing. We want an animation, but we also want to be able to interrupt the animation. So let's say I want to bandage because I'm bleeding. I bandage. Now suddenly, oh shit, I need to run away. The animation starts, but the zombie comes. I need to run away. So just stop bandaging and run away. So stop pressing the add action button, basically the space bar. And what I like about it, you get the animation, but if you interrupt, you can run away. So it's not like the first aid kit where you're blocked. The transition between bandaging and running away is instant, so it's not perfect. There should be a small transition. I just don't know how to do that yet. I'm working with play action and switch move, but yeah, this does the job for now. Same for the cure. You start injecting the cure. Oh, I need to run away. Now, I'm not sure what your view is on that, but I just think there should be, if I use an injector like this, maybe if I interrupt it at some point, there should at least be a chance that I destroy the injector. So if you can follow me, basically, if I go somewhere and I have chosen a bad place to inject the cure, and suddenly zombies come around the corner because I didn't clean the area yet, I should have a punishment for that. So maybe I was careless. Oh shit, zombies come, I need to interrupt. There should be a chance that the injector breaks, right? At least my view, because else nothing has consequences, right? You can just try and try over again. And it should hurt you if you lose an injector, because it's important. No, what's that? Fuck you. Current. Okay, I just changed something and I fucked something up, I guess. Great. Okay. Let's see if that still works. See, every time you add something new, something old gets fucked up. Okay, so now you're cured. I have removed the text because sometimes the text, I don't know. I figured I'd just remove the bottom screen text and I will add some more visual effects. And I guess like this it was clear that you just applied the injector. Now let's go for the bandage. With the bandage we have the animation again. We will let it run through now. Boom, I'm bandaged and I have a bandaged at my head, so, and something on the ground. I will add a function or something that when I did that, I have a bandage around my head and it starts a counter, a countdown. And if I remove the bandage because I want to put my helmet on, before the counter has run through, I will start to bleed again. So I want to force the player to, okay, I have bandaged head now, I cannot wear a helmet, I need to keep it on for a while before I put it on again. The helmet, I don't know, I figured that's kind of cool feature. Gives you a little bit of a punishment for getting injured. Obviously I would have, picked up my head again. I'm not sure if you can follow, but I really like the bleeding system and the infection system right now. The Januszewski had the idea to have the interruptible play action, and I think it was actually really good. Right, what we do now is we go back to the Eden editor, and I want to reduce or increase the frequency of bleeding effects so I can showcase what it does to you if your blood is really low. See, the base, it was 130 seconds, so it was quite a bit. We put it to 15 seconds because I want to show you how it looks, and we put the blood gain frequency down as well, bleeding chance per hit up, and the same we do for, no, we showcase the infection first only. Good. I seriously hope you guys can follow me. I know I'm very, very unstructured. Let me know if it's completely not understandable. Right. Okay. We cheat again. No, actually not. We place a zombie. So we're testing the bleeding now. We want the zombie for that, and I've disabled the chance of an infection. So, come zombie, hit me, see me. Okay. Ignore the hints on the top right. That's the debug console. That is work in progress. That is just showing me how many units are spawned, how many bandit camps and later hideout camps are spawned, and how many of those units are currently hidden. I should be bleeding. I am bleeding. Dude, I really hope it works. I changed that animation bit today, and yeah, usually when you change something, everything everything breaks. Okay, it works. So you see my blood level is down at 95. That means it started to tick down. You will only see effects at some point. Now I wonder why I do not get the blood view effect. Let me check. Is that still running? Yes, that's great. Bleeding. I'm checking the bleeding effect. Galbus thing, blood effect. Okay. See, sometimes I don't remember my own scripts. But let's see. I think at below 80 you will start to get visual and other and damage effects. Oh, maybe you already. Yeah. Do you see the my view gets blurry? So that's part of the bleeding. Let's set the blood level. I'm cheating now a little bit. Normally it would tick down my blood, and I want to make it faster. My blood should be at 50 now. No, let's go for 80. Okay, so you get a message, you know, okay, bleeding. If you're, oh look, okay, so this is the, if you're at 80, this is the view you get, you lose color. That starts at 80, or below 80 actually. Now let's go to 50. At 50 you get the blurriness because your blood is, you've lost a lot of blood and you just nearly, you know, you faint, nearly faint, your view gets disturbed. So you're getting punished for being sloppy. And you're shaking. You still have that these hints in the top corner, in the top, the bottom part of the screen. Yeah, I don't know yet. Maybe I'll remove it with a blood effect. There should actually already be a blood effect. What's this? Okay, maybe I do it wrong. Okay, I'm testing that the first time, so there should be a blood effect. I don't have it yet. Blood is going lower and lower, and we do it even lower. Let's go to 40. Shaking, first person, that shaking will be more noticeable. My vision goes blurry because I'm bleeding as hell. There should be blood pools, I'm not sure why they're not here yet. Maybe I messed something up. And yeah, I'm basically at black and white. And then we go to 20. See, now it's different color again. Okay, so and the message changes the lower your blood goes. So maybe with some time, if I leave these messages in, you will be able to figure like how bad you're doing. I'm not messing with the movement speed yet because slowing you is, I think it's really annoying, and I'm not sure if it's really fun to play with slowed movement. Okay, 19. I had another video up with the below 20 effects where you can also faint and basically fall down in a ragdoll effect. But I think the chance is really low, so I'm not sure if we're going to see that now. I really need to check why there's no blood. There should be blood pools on the floor. I think there's something wrong here. Okay, this is the blood loss effect. Once you're low on blood, you see the effects here. And okay, you have a 5% chance if you're below 20 blood that you faint and collapse for a few seconds. Where's the bloody blood? Bleeding. Oh, okay. So the reason why we do not see blood effects is because the base sleep timer for blood effects is, I guess, really high at 120 seconds. And it's only a 30% chance for blood. Now we see it, okay. For blood to spawn. So, yeah, you have a blood effect. Maybe I increase that. So you bleed, and I will show you the collapse effect. The thing is, I did not want to have the collapse effect too often, because that would probably be really annoying. So this is the effect you get when you collapse. Oh, now we have the blood vision. Okay. The blood vision is what I wanted. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but this should happen more often so you can notice that you're bleeding. Good. So it works. It just doesn't work the way I want to. But you see, so the effects are you lose color, the more blood you lose, and you faint sometimes, and you shake, and you have text messages, and your vision goes blurry. But now let's bandage. Now see there's more blood. Okay, that works. It's everything is sort of chance based, so nothing happens every time. I hope that works now. So I'm applying the blood bag to bring my blood level up. Oh. And you see? Bam! I'm so happy that worked. Good. Now we test the infection. Oh, mission 100%. Base frequency. We go 10. Oh my god, this video will be long. Oh, we'll see. Maybe I make part 1, part 2. Good. Let's spawn a zombie. So I'm taking my time here because I've always only been able to write stuff that, you know, explain features, and I think either the way that I write in English or just, I guess, the complexity of the system, if I can say that, I don't think I can always make clear what I intended to do with a feature. So, okay, this is the infection effect. You see, it's kind of cool. I really like that effect. It's like really, okay, something's wrong. Let's bandage quickly because we do not need to have the... Oh, okay, what happened there? The animation got bugged. That's weird. Okay, so we're currently only infected. We can take cure pills, although I'm not sure now if it's bugged, so I'm gonna see. Okay. Okay, so the bug that we've seen before is probably because I changed something or I activated the infection manually. You see, every time I take the pill now, it slows the infection for a bit, but that only works for a while. Basically, you have your base infection frequency and you can go a bit. So let's say every 20 seconds you feel the infection. Okay, and you can go a bit higher, so you can increase it maybe from 20 to 25, but after that it doesn't have an effect anymore. So you cannot just consume pills and it takes maybe 3 hours between each infection. So it's always relative to your base infection time. So what you have for infection right now, you can delay it. and you can set the base frequency. This is obviously too high of a frequency, you don't want that. But if you set it at maybe 2 minutes, and if you do not cure it, at some point it will be at 5 seconds, right? And it will be really annoying, and every time it will hit you, you know, it will reduce your health. Currently you have the wounded sounds, you have the vision effect, and you have the text. I'm not sure if I will add any more, but I wanted to add one more feature. I had a video up about it, that basically when one player is infected, every time he coughs, this is a good example now, he coughs, basically nearby, at least players, maybe also AI, can get infected as well, unless the player wears a gas mask or mouth protection, or the other players or AI wear face protection. I think that could be a cool feature. Let me know what you think. Okay, let's cure that guy. He has suffered for too long. Oh, zombies come. I gotta run away. Nice, it works. But let's cure him for real. I really like those visual effects. Okay, and a happy guy again. Let's check the blood. Oh, this is 69. Okay. Health. Well, let's not do that. The blood will go up if I'm low on food and thirst when I play Ravage, and if I am no longer bleeding. So my blood will go up at some point. I'm not going to showcase that now. Okay, I think that was it. Let me know if stuff is not clear. Going forward, I will take the system that I've showcased for the bandit camps and apply it to all other systems. So, I mean, I'm actually really happy right now with the FPS that I get, and so I will proceed on that path. I will change my sites so they are optimized again. When I have that, I will be able to update the game again, upload this version on Steam, and then... Oh, I'm still bleeding. Shit, why am I bleeding? Why am I bleeding? Maybe I forgot to cure the bleeding. Didn't pay attention. And once I re-upload it, I will be working on new features. Okay, no, there's a problem. It reapplies the bleeding effect. Okay, I had that before. I need to see what's wrong there. Player get variable. See? Something's fixed, something new pops up. Bleeding true. Why am I bleeding? Okay, interesting. I need to look into that. Great. Not one showcase with a problem. But we will get there. Yeah. Okay, something's fucked up. Anyway, we'll check. Yeah, with that, soon there will be an update. I'll take my time to also quality test a little better. That's always a bit of a pain. And yeah, we'll be back with an update. I hope this helped somehow. Just ignore that last bit. Something is a little weird, but I've also manipulated with the debug console, so maybe something got fucked up because of that. I will make sure the bleeding works once I upload the update. With that, thank you guys, and have a good time.